Welcome to the Holiday Inn Club Vacations closing ceremonies as RCI presents the Walk Around the Crystal House World.
Hi everyone! In the past 6 weeks, we've been around the Crystal House world together as we walked, ran, biked, climbed, and swam our ways to this fundraising finish line. Thank you for participating and for giving the best chance to kids that need the most help. We could not have done it without you, and we hope you had some fun along the way. As I mentioned during the opening ceremony, RCI is proud to be part of the Crystal House organization. We recognize that through your support, the lives of deserving children around the world are transformed for the better. Thank you again for your volunteer service and your generous donation. It means the world. We hope to see you again next year when the time comes to go around the world with Crystal House. Until then, be well and thank you.
Hello, I'm Sherry Walker Owens.
And I'm Lexis Rubio. Thank you, Mr. Chavy, for opening this virtual walk closing ceremony, and to RCI as our Walk Around the Crystal House World presenting sponsor.
Lexis and I graduated from Crystal House, Indianapolis in 2014, and we attended the University of Indianapolis. Today, I'm a junior security engineer for the state of Indiana.
I work at Anderson Hauser as an SAP junior consultant. As co-captains of the Crystal House Indianapolis alumni team for the virtual walk, we're grateful for all the donations our team received. We raised over $6,000 for the next generation of Crystal House Indianapolis students. Thank you.
We have a lot to celebrate over the next few minutes. Please welcome Mr. Tom Nelson, CEO of Holiday Inn Club Vacations.
Wow, we did it! The incredible success of this year's Walk Around the Crystal House World is all thanks to you. We are so appreciative of your selfless giving, unwavering support, and of course, the miles and miles you walked, ran, cycled, climbed, or swam. When you provide support to one student, the power and impact of your giving actually goes far beyond that individual. A first-generation high school or college graduate can provide an opportunity that sets an entire family on a path to progress. Thank you again for your support and participation. We hope you had a lot of fun leaving your footprints all around Crystal House World.
Today, Crystal House helps nearly 6,000 students from underserved communities around the world realize their full potential, with schools in India, Jamaica, Mexico, South Africa, and the United States.
You got fit, you had fun, and boy, did you raise those funds.
We had an amazing turnout this year as over 550 registered participants supported the walk around the Crystal House World. There were walkers, bikers, swimmers, hikers, stair climbers, even someone who worked out as a virtual video game fighter, all sharing photos as they exercised for the kids.
In May, RCI invited employees and friends to a sunrise walk in Indianapolis as hundreds safely celebrated the walk around the Crystal House World.
None of us are typically this much of an early riser, but celebrating the Crystal House Sunrise Walk is something we are really proud to support.
In a moment, we'll share the total amount raised, but first, winners and the walk challenges and contests.
Here are the Week 1 Matching Funds Challenges sponsored by RJE.
The Halfway Point Challenge sponsored by Allegiant.
The Final Challenge sponsored by Evelyn and Gerhard Cliff.
Our Big Steps for Small Teams Challenge sponsored by Don Knievel.
Next up, the Step Up for Students Challenge powered by TCC Gives for Crystal House Indianapolis staff and alumni.
Here are the weekly contest winners sponsored by Grand Pacific Resorts. Before we share the total amount raised, we want to recognize and thank all our sponsors for making the walk around the Crystal House world a success. RCI, Holiday Inn Club Vacations, Grand Pacific Resorts, TCC Gives, Hilton Grand Vacations, ARDA, Love My Timeshare, Clifton Larson Allen, Northern Trust, Allegiant, University of Indianapolis, Indy 11, Keystone, RJE, Barnes & Thornburg.
The Tim and April DeHaan family, Sandro Franke and Jan Barnes, Judy Kleiner, Evelyn and Gerhard Klim, Don Kniebel, Steve Ross, and Ann and Joe Schneider.
It's 15,940 miles to go around the Crystal House world.
Everyone really worked it. We exceeded our mileage goal. Together, we walked all the way around the Crystal House world, twice, and plus some. Look at that mileage. Let's salute our top 3 individual mileage earners for leading the way. Our top 3 individual fundraisers.
Our top fundraising team, our top mileage team, and our top small team. Congratulations to all. All those miles, all for a great cause.
It's time to celebrate and share how much all that exercise raised for the students of Crystal House. Can we have a drum roll, please?
That's a big number. Our goal was $300,000, and you smashed it. Great job, everyone.
Crystal House means so much to Lexus and me.
With the virtual walk, we appreciate the opportunity to give back to other students. Now, please welcome the President and CEO of Crystal House, Mr. Bart Peterson.
Thank you, Lexus and Sherry, for hosting our closing ceremony and for leading a team of Crystal House Indianapolis alumni. We're very proud of you and your teammates for paying it forward and raising over $6,000. Your career achievements and community commitment set a positive example for all of us and represent the very best of Crystal House. As our schools continue to cope with the pandemic, this year's Virtual Fitness Challenge has been a tremendous success and a welcome relief. Thank you to all of you who have participated. Your gifts support programs and services for nearly 6,000 students around the world. I also want to acknowledge our sponsors for their generous support and our Crystal House International and Crystal House Indianapolis board members for their leadership and their enthusiastic participation. You know, we're already making plans for next year, and the walk around the Crystal House world will be even bigger. Thank you for getting fit, having fun, and raising funds for Crystal House students around the world. Have a safe summer.